Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad. And because there will be no astrological event next week, in fact the next one that is going to be the 22nd of August, which is the moment in which we are gonna enter in another season. That will be Virgo season. And the live stream for that is gonna happen at the 14th probably. Now there is almost a couple of weeks without any astrological events, literally. So tonight we're gonna have an immediate guidance reading. What do we have to know? And the first thing that I'm usually doing for that is going to be the collective reading. And let me shuffle the cards and let's have a look what we got as a collective. Right, so first one for what we need to know, that will be the star card. Hello, Sandeep. Long time no see. Welcome to the stream. Then we do have the sun card. Hello, Amelia. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And the third one, this is going to be the Queen of Cups. So what do we need to know? Literally, it is that the rough times we're going through. Some of us are going through rougher times than others, but in generally, rough times that we're going through are about to pretty much end. They're going to be over. And from now on moving forward in this area in our lives where the rough times are over, the improvement or the unfoldment, should I put it that way, can now completely match and fit whatever criteria or ideas we are upholding in that particular area into our lives. And so the future development of a struggling situations, I would put it that way, is going to grow easy to us, the very least. That is because the future development, the requirements of that future development are going to be very natural to us to fulfill and to hold up to. Also, at least according to these cards, that is, there will be an expanding fields of growth. So we can, what I mean here is that we can develop those problematic undertakings in a more than just only one way. So that implies that in the next few days we're going to have a choice to make. How do we want to go about one thing or another, and which way is going to be more close to the criteria and the ideals that we do have. And on the, I don't know what is going to be on the negative side, but at least according to these cards, it falls on the negative side. As soon as this phase of turmoil and upheaval is over, there is going to be a rather stir into our lives or into that particular area in our lives, and the stir is going to be so big that it won't allow us, or rather it's not going to give us a chance to make any plans. So we are going to have to work around and work through on a whim dealing with one thing after another as things go around. So a few more specific things that we should know is that within the next few days, we can get on the right term with the people that we are on the wrong term right now. So we can mend friendships, we can mend relationships, and the fulcrum under which we can do so is the needlessness of the argument. Basically, there will be no reason to maintain the argument. It's just that it won't matter at that point whether you are right or the other person is right, because the subject is now irrelevant. It's just it lost its meaning, and it lost its worth. And long story short here, what we can expect it is that if our career was rough up until this point, then in the next few days we can expect to start an endeavor there that will be quite of a long-term one, very dynamic, and it's simply going to fit with our criteria for having a really successful and good career. Should our love life be DOA currently, then what we should know and what we can expect is that within the next few days there is going to be a chance for us to develop a unfolding love that is going to be again quite dynamic, and it won't give us much chance to make plans how that love is to develop. So we will have to develop it on a whim. So that is the collective reading. And now a few notes about the show before I do move forward. There are going to be 12 readings just like this one, and they are going to cover the star signs. I'm going to run down the ecliptic, meaning that I'm going to start with Aries and I'm going to end up with Pisces. And bear in mind that these are going to be generalized readings for the star signs. If you do want to have a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, which link you can find in the description down below. And there on the very front page, you can see a full list of my services and also their pricing. If you do enjoy the show and you do wish to support the channel, you can do so by subscribing for it if you haven't already. Leave a like, comment on the video as well if you feel the need to do so. And if you think that these videos can help someone you know, then you can share it with them as well. And finally, if you do want to support the channel financially, you can do so as well through Super Chat or a PayPal, which link also you can find in the description down below. And anyone who does so is going to have a reading at the end of the stream, that is guaranteed, just like Yasmin did. Yasmin, thank you for the 20. Thank you. At the end of the stream, you're going to have a personalized reading on what do you personally need to know, which is going to include a event that is going to happen to you, as how this event is going to affect you and what is going to come out of it. So with that said, the first star sign that I'm going to read for, that is going to be Aries. But let me now you should be able to hear me. Yeah, let me use the other star signs, the other illustrations here. So this is going to be the star sign, so you can keep up which star sign I'm reading for through the glyph being displayed right there. Currently Aries glyph. So let me shuffle and see what you Aries has got. Hello, Yasmin. Like I said, at the end of the stream, you're going to have a personalized reading. What do you need to know? What event is coming your way, and how is going to affect you? I am a bit tired. I won't lie. Quite tired actually. But other than that, I am quite good. So for Aries, the star card, it is the first one. Second card, that is going to be four of swords, and the third one, that will be three of swords. Okay. So what you need to know is that a very good opportunity is going to open in front of you within the next few days. An opportunity that will involve escaping or solving, like escaping from a difficulty or solving the difficulty altogether. And this opportunity will be presented through negotiations, all right? that you're going to have with a very loyal and faithful companion of yours. In my book, that would be your best friend or someone that you consider very, very close, for example, in your family or at work as well. And you will end up being fearful taking on that opportunity because it will have a quite of a high, what was the expression here? Um, Skill up maybe. It's like it will require a large amount of skill and also knowledge, and you wouldn't find yourself being certain that you do possess so much of a ceiling of skill or a ceiling of knowledge, but you do. And through these negotiations and consultations, I do believe that you are going to have yourself being convinced that you should give it a go, you should give it a try, and that is going to set you off for a quite of a long-term endeavor again that fits with the collective reading, which endeavor is going to be slowly progressive, but it will contain almost no predicaments, almost no difficulties, and ultimately if you don't end up with what you expected or wanted, it will be because you went against yourself at some point, developing that particular endeavor. Next star sign that follows, this is going to be Taurus. Oops. Temperance, Six of Cups, and then it is Ten of Swords. So what do you need to know? It is that you won't be able to avoid any longer in the next a few days either a decision that you are gonna have to make or a step that you gotta take toward a certain resolution. Again, this is about finding the right measures to develop and push your things forward, whether intimate things or whether business and career things. And what you need to know as well is that no matter how difficult the decision is or how depriving is going to be toward, not towards you but toward other people, for example, or the action that you're gonna have to take, you will be understood. Even the biggest enemy of yours, if you do have such, is going to understand that that is what you had to do, and if they were in your shoes they would have done exactly the same thing. So basically what we have here is that you won't be blamed. That's the point. If not anything else, there is in fact going to be a compassion and solidarity that you're going to face from the people around you directed to you, although that is not going to make the action or the choice that you are going to have to make any more easier. Many of you are going to hate yourself for having to do that, but if you draw the line and analyze the situation objectively, you would have seen that, and you are going to see that there is no other way around it. If some results are desired, whether in your romantic life or whether in your career, that step needed to be taken, and it's a step that goes beyond the point of no return. So basically you can't take it back, neither the decision, neither the actions. They are going to be irrevocable. He's frowning, you say? Okay, next, Gemini. King of Wands, Six of Swords, and then it's Queen of Swords. So what you need to know it is that there is a person around you that wants something very badly, and it's willing to do whatever it takes. That is literally speaking. Now for that person, the results, they do definitely justify the means, even if those means are gonna hurt other people around them. uh, Obviously you are going to be in a different position associated with them. What I mean is that one Gemini is going to be their friend, other Gemini is going to be their competition, and so on and so forth. But in one or another reason, you are involved in that situation, if that in that wanting that they do have, and they are definitely determined to cross a certain lines if that would mean to get them a step closer to the result that they are desiring. These are a type of people that are very ambitious, and they transform those ambitions and and the ideas that they do have into a quite effective and a powerful drive pushing forward, and they are determined to push these things through that they are considering. um, a target or a job that needs to be simply that needs to be done. So you got to be careful really what you're getting yourself involved in, especially with a again quite ambitious individuals. Another characteristics, I'm sorry, that you're going to recognize that individual is that they do like to indulge themselves with things in life like gluttony, like alcohol, like partying, and so on and so forth. So it will, the less involved you are with those kind of people, the better you are going to be able to push through the next few days, and you're not going to involve yourself into something that is actually is going to take away much more from you than is going to give you in return. Next star sign, that will be Cancer. Two of Pentacles, Temperance, and the third one, this is going to be Queen of Wands. Give me a second here. Um, so you got to know, Cancer, that things are not going to go as planned. Not the difference is not going to be big, but it will be noticeable. It is the best way how I can describe it. Uh, so what will happen in the next few days, and what you need to know it is that certain expectations and concepts that you do have, and I do apologize for me saying it, but it's just I don't like sugarcoating things. So concepts and expectations that you do have, and even code of conducts at some points, are going to be outdated for the situations that are going to develop throughout the next few days for you. And that's why planning on the current ideas, concepts, and expectations that you do have simply are not going to turn out to be 100% correct. Those plans, That is because things are going to shift and change, right? And in order for you to keep up with the development, say, of the project at work, of your relationship, you know, to stay toe to toe, right? You're going to have to adapt. And in order to adapt, at least according to these cards, that will require some learning and some slightly extreme actions of yours. That is what you need to know here. So it will be a rather stressful few days ahead of you. And just to give you an example here, now imagine that you know, you have scheduled a date with someone, and suddenly that, and you have planned the date to the letter, but suddenly that date just isn't turning out the way you are expecting it to turn, and that is because, you know, for example, the attitude or the mood of that person changed, and your expectations is now outdated, and you have to adapt to their mood on a whim, right? And in order to get along, it will require something to bend and break in you, so you can shift and align with them if you do want to have a really, really nice date. That is just an example, but that is the way how the next few days are going to develop for you. So you gotta be strong, Cancer. Right, next one, that will be Leo. And if you like the content, guys, and you do want to support the channel financially, you can do so using Super Chat or a PayPal, which link you can find in the description down below. And anyone who does so is going to have a reading at the end of the stream. That is guaranteed. So for Leo, the first card, or second, that will be King of Pentacles. Second card, Justice. And third one, Judgment. So you're gonna have to handle someone that is breaking the rules next few days, or should I say it that way, it has the capacity and the resources to break the rules. That person could be someone in your career or someone in your intimate social love life, but you're going to recognize them by them having a lot of resources to spare and to share as well. These are people who are usually very, very neat, but they do have a few things or few loose ends that they do need to tie up, right? So how can you take advantage of that? Well, through them breaking certain rules, that is going to benefit you to a very, very large extent. So they are winning from those rules that are going to be broken, but you are going to benefit from that as well. And the only thing that is required for you is just not to make a sound, simple as that, right? Just, you know, don't snitch on them that they are doing that thing. It's not a good few days for a relationships, and that is because according to these cards, a balance in the, how can I put it into words? You know, in every relationship, the two people are sharing responsibilities, and there will be a lack of balance in that sharing. So basically, according to these cards, I do believe that if you do want the relationship to start smoothly, you're gonna have to take the bigger portion of responsibilities, of shared responsibilities, if you can call them even shared, moving forward. And also what you need to know, it is that this person isn't destined to be around you. It is just a mere chance that this is happening. So you can definitely ignore the whole situation with them, you know, the whole enterprise, and just go along with your day-to-day routine as per usual. Next one, that will be Virgo. All right, first one for Virgo, Six of Wands. Second card, that will be Five of Swords. The third one, we do have the Hierophant. So what you need to know is that you are going to be rewarded for your efforts and receive a big recognition, right? So that's going to be a good thing. I don't know how to even explain it. Those rewards are going to be beyond the expectations that even you had. So they are definitely going to break certain certain bars, certain limits, so to speak. And while you are going to be rewarded and you're going to have one of the peak of experiences in your life, other people related to the subject are going to happen to be very, very humiliated. So basically what happens it is that the rewards someone else thought is going to have, you are going to be the one taking them. And obviously this is going to earn you some, I can't really say enemies, but definitely those individuals that have been deprived, quote unquote, deprived of those rewards are going to take away their credit of trust in you. So they will no longer trust you and you will no longer going to be able to rely on them to aid you, help you, or go along with your, say, plan or a idea. But for now, you are going to be the MVP. Simple as that. And to top it all off, I do believe that these rewards are going to involve also influence, right? And and presence as well. And it's going to be important not to use that influence to crush other people or people that are beneath you, for example, in your career or in your social circle. Instead, use the influence to improve your own status and to your own your own situation rather than to influence other people's fates. Next one, that will be Libra. Well, who isn't, Amelia? Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands, Ten of Swords. It's something about a secret here, or an information that is going to happen to be true, which wasn't meant for you to hear or to, you know, come along with, come about. But that information can be used to bend someone or a community of people to your will, basically to manipulate them. This information that you are going to, oh, that's great. So wow, Yasmin, that's great. So Kenny is about to get rewarded. Right, so that information, Libra, that comes your way is going to pretty much shed a lot of light over your current status and over your current situation, either career-wise or either relationship-wise, and you're definitely going to know what is going to be the right move that you should make. The thing is that this move, it's at least according to these cards, is going to happen to be rather very drastic. Rocky, thank you for the 28 Canadian. Thank you, Rocky. Let me put you into the list. And at the end of the stream, you're going to have a personalized reading of what do you need to know, which is going to be what event is coming your way, and also how this event is going to affect your life. So my day, Rocky, is almost over at 3 a.m., 3:31 a.m. in the morning here. So when I'm done with the live stream, I'm gonna go and hug the bed, you know, because I'm dying for some sleep. But other than that, the day went really, really well. Very, very productive day. That is what I had. So back to Libra. Yeah, I mean, that's you're definitely gonna know what is gonna be the right move, the right way forward, what is the right thing to say as well, in order to make people do their thing, do the thing that they are supposed to do, which is gonna allow you to prevail in any given situation, right? And to top it all off, you will understand and realize the true diagnosis of the situation that you are in. For example, whether someone loves you or not, whether someone hates you or not, whether you can grow in that job you have or not, and so on and so forth. And based on that, you're gonna make a move, from which move there is no going back. Well, Yasmin, you know, I am going to quote a philosophy of another tarot card. I haven't drawn it here, but there is one tarot card that says, um, if the truth makes you free, then what the denial of it makes you, right? So the very least, you know, you are gonna end up liberated from a certain, I don't know, obscurity, so to speak. And that is always a good thing. And by the way, swords, they aren't bad cards. They simply represent stages of truth or variants of truth. And truth is always kind of ugly. You know, it's not polished. It's not shaped. It's just, it is what it is. That's why they are rough cards. But with the Ace of Swords, you basically gonna know, you know, the whole light of the matter, of the true diagnosis again of how things stands, and you gonna know what you gotta do. And by the way, with that Queen of Wands being next to the Ace of Swords, this is a brilliant move that simply is gonna, like I said, allow you not just only to prevail, but also to bend people to your will. Right, next, Scorpio. Seven of Wands, I'm sorry, followed by Queen of Cups. And the third one, that is going to be 10 of Pentacles. So we, as a Scorpio, we need to know a couple of things. One is that at some point in the next couple of days, or few days, I would say, there is going to be a moment for us in which we are going to end up being in the perfect storm in a positive way. Like we are going to be at the right place in the right time with the right people, and the downside of that, it is that exactly at that moment we're not going to feel like we are ready to make any action. So making no action is going to be a big mistake. So that is the first thing that we need to know. Throughout the next few days, we always need to have that readiness to jump into action and really manifest and capitalize on the circumstances which are around us, because at some point in the next few days, the circumstances are going to be just perfect for us. Another thing that we need to know as a Scorpio is that there is someone that wants something we have, whether they want our partner in life, whether they want our job, whether they want our opportunity, you know, whether they just, you know, want to have our life. Okay. And that will create a lot of jealousy. And it's going to make our lives very uncomfortable. And that is because, first of all, that is a person who has an access to our lives. So I would say a friend, or just say someone that we are seeing on a almost daily basis, like any other day or any other day. And they will start bad mouthing us behind our backs. So what we need to know is that there is going to be a reason why there are going to be rumors being spread for us, fallacies, and also false statements, so to speak. And it's going to be important for us to address them immediately. Right, so that was Scorpio. Oh, and one other thing. I hope you haven't shared something very sensitive recently, like a secret that you don't want to get out, but in a moment of weakness, you shared it with someone, you know, because there is a very big chance to just come out. That person to slip up, or simply out of grudge to share it with someone else around that is going to start sharing with others, and it just is going to come out. All right, so that was Scorpio. Next, Sagittarius, and if you guys enjoyed the show and you do want to support financially, you can do so using Super Chat or a PayPal, which link you can find in the description down below. And anyone who does donate to the show is going to have a reading at the end of the stream, like Yasmin and Rocky are going to have, which reading is going to contain an event that is going to happen to you in the next few days, and what this event is going to mean for your life and how it's going to develop. So next, that will be Sagittarius. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Judgment. The Tower. So I do believe that we're talking about business and career here. And what you need to know is that within the next few days, you're going to have quite of a big breakthrough. I would say leap into career development and career progress, so to speak. And without any doubt, you're going to feel very good about it. Okay, you're going to feel very good about your job, or you're going to feel very good about your business, and so on and so forth. Kenny, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Kenny. At the end of the stream, you're going to have personalized reading. So again, you're going to feel very good about that. And what you need to know is that you can be even more successful with doing something slightly different, or being elsewhere. or working for someone else, I would say. But don't push yourself, okay? There is going to be a point in which you're gonna reach or hit a plateau. And it's not like the financial or the material side of the matter is gonna make you unhappy, but more of the, how can I put it into words? The feeling that you can do just more, but you don't have the means to do it at that current place or how your business is structured right now. And at that point, you're going to strive to seek something better or to develop something better, but that is going to come in time. For now, what you need to know it is that when you reach plateau, there is going to be a further stir, but just on a different, in a different place or with a different thing. Okay, next, that will be Capricorn. Yeah, this is late, Rocky. But you know, I gotta do those hours, so I am you know, sync with you guys that are on the other side of the world. Right, so Capricorn, a 7 of Pentacles, the Tower, and it is the Hangman. Thank you, May. Thank you. For a Capricorn, you will end up being quite frustrated next few days. That is because you will see no return. For example, you know, you are investing quite a lot of time in someone and you are nice with them and quite polite and just you're giving everything to make to get along with that person, and that is just for example, guys, but you don't see the same attitude from them towards you, and it is like you're gonna start feeling like, you know, you are doing efforts for nothing, which what you need to know is that this is not going to be the case. The return of investments, I would say, whether financial investments, whether personal investments, is going to be delayed, but is gonna come about. Oh, I'm sorry. Bless me, I guess. It's gonna come about, and the how can I put it into words? The desired development that you do have. For example, you desire to go on a date with someone, or you do desire to give it a go on a certain idea you have. So the desired result is gonna happen, but not in the next few days. It's gonna happen somewhere in the future. It's lingering, but the time isn't right. You will feel like it is right, but it isn't. And that is because there are a few material, or rather like a fateful events, I would say, certain circumstances that need to take place, so the environment and the time is right for that wish of yours to start developing. And because you're going to see no progress in the next few days, you may consider kind of like backing off, and that is going to be a mistake if you back off. Okay, next that will be Aquarius. Hey Yabbi, welcome to the stream. How are you? Okay, King of Pentacles for Aquarius. Then it is the Magician. And then it is Nine of Cups. It's quite of an inept person. Inept in a sense that they aren't capable of doing things themselves or accepting people for who they are. It always has to be, for example, with people, it always has to be their way. And they're trying to shape and model everyone they are in interaction or in relationship with. And like I said, they're quite inept when it comes to just getting stuff done. But what is going to go their way, or what it works their way, is that they do have a lot of resources to work with. For example, they do have a lot of money, or they do have a lot of connections, they do have a lot of influence, and they're happy that way, right? They just kind of like are maintaining those advantages that they do have. So what you need to know is that that person is gonna contact you and is gonna request you to do the job for them, to talk with someone on their behalf, for example, or to work for them, for example, and that you are going to be well compensated for it. And that will be true. I mean, they will well compensate you for your work, for your job, you know, for your involvement in their affairs. Just they will require either masked as a help, or straight away is going to be a job offer. You know, it's just you are going to receive one from a, again, person with resources and also connections. And I don't know, I mean, if I were in your shoes, I would have accepted it. Okay, next, that will be Pisces. Or should I say last but not least, Pisces. Four of Cups, Four of Swords, the Sun. So what you need to know, Pisces, is that in the next few days, you are going to reach, I would say, quite fulfilling accomplishments. So you will accomplish satisfying results for yourself, for your business, for the people around. And that would be a good thing, but what you need to know is that you are built for so much more, and there is going to be someone that will try to tell you that, but at this point you wouldn't be prone to listen. Some of you may have the mental strength to listen, but the majority of you Pisces will ignore their bolster, because that is what it is. I mean, they will try to bolster your enthusiasm to simply seek for something better and to seek for something more. Many of you will not, though, because you are going to find yourself satisfied with the current accomplishments you have, and they're going to be great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the fruits of your labor are going to be rather very, very sweet. But if I can express myself that way, they're not going to be they're not going to hang from the tree, but they're going to be in a basket, meaning that, you know, you're going to eat them from the basket, and the basket cannot produce more fruits. So you're going to have to seek more from them and work more. All right. I do apologize for the break. Does look like that the internet went down, so I moved to mobile. Again, I do apologize for that. All right, so that was for Pisces, and now super chat. I guess the router went down. Yeah, I'm back. I will be back. I mean, I do have a backup that is not gonna fail, but yeah, the router is just not visible. It went down, so I gotta restart it when I get back to my room. Um, yeah, I'm back. All right, so the super chat. Anyone who supported and decides to support the stream through super chat or through PayPal, which link you can find in the description down below. You guys and girls are about to have a reading right now in this very moment, which reading is going to contain an event that is going to happen to you, and also how this event is going to affect you. So first goes Yasmin. Right. Yeah. I guess it restarted itself. Oh, okay. We get that Pisces sign down. All right, Yasmin, those are your cards, the tarot cards. So what you need to know is that there is a surprise that is cooking for you, or I would say your friends are preparing for you. And that surprise was supposed to take place, something like a gift, something like a present, okay? Was supposed to take already to take a place, but it was delayed, and it will most likely gonna get delayed one more time. But that surprise involves fulfilling some kind of a wish you have that you wouldn't fulfill for yourself otherwise, if your say friends or acquaintance doesn't step up for you or doesn't step up for it. That could be your colleagues for all we know. And basically once they surprise you pleasantly with that bonus or with that present or whatever, this is gonna make you feel quite secure that these people, okay, first of all, are a friends of yours. I mean, true friends of yours. You can rely on them, but also it's gonna make you far more. How can I put it into words? Comfortable. I don't know why, but it's gonna make you comfortable to make some plans of yours. And imagine that surprise is some kind of, I don't know, some kind of excursion, some kind of a holiday, to gift you some kind of a holiday. It's just I don't know, but for one or another reason, it's gonna make you start making some kind of plans for the future. The surprise could have a incentive that you may not like, or the gift may have an incentive that you may not like, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take advantage of it. Yeah. All right. Next, that will be Rocky. So, Rocky, let's have a look. What do you need to know? Oh, now that I think of, um, that is something that happened to my girlfriend recently. Um, basically, she received a two tickets for a favorite band of hers, right? So that is a surprise that you have to plan for, right? Because they were in a different city, and we end up not going because I already had plans. But that is a version that can play for you, they to surprise you with the tickets for a I don't know, a ballet or opera, or a favorite band of yours, or a good movie of yours, a movie that you would like to go, but you wouldn't go alone in cinema. uh I gotta check that word, Rocky, because I want to make myself as clear as possible. Really? Finical. Finico. All right. Let me get my camera preview. I could be. Right, so Rocky, there is gonna be one in your let me draw the tarot cards first before I start talking about it. MT, thank you for the 20. Thank you, MT. Let me put you into the list, and very soon you're gonna have a personalized reading. Oh yeah. All right. So those are your cards, Rocky. And there is a wolf in a sheep clothing around you, and you currently have no idea who that one is. And over a petty things, okay, over a petty things, or petty gains, rather, finical gains, that person is going to lose their shit, right? It's gonna turn out that you get some kind of a small progress in something, and for example they don't end up being involved in that, and they are going to lose their mind about it, and will try to break down everything you're building in that particular direction, and you're gonna realize, and what you need to know is that this is actually someone who is your enemy rather than your friend, rather than someone that you can rely on. And the best way how you can handle that person, literally handle that person, is to, it's not even ignoring, it's just like making them realize or making them understand that they mean nothing to you at all, and completely cut them off from your life. But we do definitely have a confrontation, and what you need to know is that you're going to have a confrontation with someone that does not wishes your well-being. They wish their own well-being through your effort and through your toil, and that will become pretty obvious when they again lose their shit, because you are progressing. Even though small gains, okay, are gonna be some gains that they're not gonna be involved in, and it's just, this is gonna drive them mad, and you're gonna find yourself being stunned at first, something that you haven't expected at all. But I think that you are very quickly going to gather up your composure and stand your ground, at least according to these cards. Hello, Shitarots. The star signs are done. Currently, I'm doing the super chat readings. All right, so Rocky, unfortunately, that is what you need to know, girl. I mean, it's one more big disappointment that is gonna show up. and that disappointment has a name. All right, next, Kenny. Priestess Shakti, thank you for the 20. Mwah. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna check on that. Hello, Gaia. Welcome to the stream. Right, so Kenny. All right, those are your cards, Kenny. Those are your cards. And what you need to know is that a woman that is close to you, bound by blood, I would say, right, by the look of them, which means that this is not your wife or your girlfriend. That is, say, a cousin, say a mother, say sister, for example. And all you need to know is that this woman isn't doing very well. And I cannot tell you with what, not because I don't know, because it goes against the YouTube community guidelines. But this information, it will be, you are going to learn it in the next few days. And it's important not to freak out, because it will sound far worse than actually is. And through some right measures which are going to be deducted, the matter can be, if not resolved, the very least contained. But it's important that you do maintain composure, but also become a active, how can I put it into words, a active participant into the resolution of the issue. Okay, but again, it's important not to freak out, because it will sound worse than it is, in fact far worse than it is. And maintaining composure and being calm and kind of like involve yourself with the I don't know how to even put it into words. Normal behavior is gonna go for a very, very long way. So that is what you need to know, Kenny. Hey, Taco. By the way, Kenny, there will be some suggestions for alternative resolution. Okay, don't take them. I mean, follow the experienced suggestions. I would say that I don't want to give too much about it because you know it will go against the community guidelines. But let's put it that way. There are going to be suggestions from a people who live through it, and there are going to be suggestions through people who can actually study it. All right, take those that actually studied it, because what worked for those that lived through it may not work for you and from that woman. Okay, Yasmin. Okay, but email me first, because you know that I don't think that is, I can't dive too deep into it. It's just, it's not within the nature of tarot. They can just show it, but oh, that's okay, Taco. You're welcome, Yasmin. I'm glad it makes sense. I just didn't want to, jeopardize the channel. All right, next, that will be MT. Well, Gaia, the amount only defines what the format of the reading. I mean, you will get a reading with whatever amount, okay? But the Lenormand spread with the tarot spread is for $20 above. Below the $20, which is just tarot and you know. That's okay, Taco. Thank you for the $22.22. Thank you, Taco. Let me put you into the list, mate. Right, MT. You wouldn't believe it, but those are your cards. I mean, I'm gonna show you even the Lenormand cards, okay? Because I know that you wouldn't believe me. But those are your Lenormand cards. So we do have the bear that stands for a person that takes care, okay? The heart is pretty self-explanatory. That is love. The book is secret, right? So you do have a secret admirer that's if you do allow him, it's doing whatever he can to, make make you comfortable. You may have met him in the gym or in the pool, in the spa, or it may be a client of yours, whatever the case. But that is what you need to know. It is that you do have a secret admirer. So those are your tarot cards, okay? Those are your tarot cards, and that person doesn't want to make things hard for you. Okay, they, for example, that person doesn't want to break your family if you do have one empty. It doesn't want to worsen your situation in your relationship with your children if you do have any. It doesn't want to interfere with your job. You know, they just want to kind of like find the right way towards you, right? But not without, how can I put it into words? Not without leaving everything behind. So that is, this isn't someone who is willing to sacrifice their own life by building a life with you. That is, if you do allow them to do so. Oh yeah, it's, of course you are. I mean, it's a secret admirer. Right? If you knew who one is, it's not going to be a secret one, right? So, uh, and there's something you need to know. So yeah, I mean, above everything else, what you need to know it is that this is a person who is capable to always not, oh my god, the word just jumped out of my head. Respect you. Who is ready always to respect you, and to, even if you know you are on a different side of the field, like you do have a different opinion and whatnot, even then he is gonna have a he's gonna show compassion and solidarity towards you. And with him, you wouldn't have much topics to fight on, because he's gonna be very receptive to your point of view, and it's always going to strive to find a ground that is going to work for both of you. So basically, that is someone who can make your life a lot easier, and is gonna love you very much. Hopefully, is gonna reveal themselves in front of you. Okay, hopefully they will. But you can recognize them by having that affinity to care for you. Gaia, I'm coming live every Thursday and every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In very rare occasions, you know, I am rescheduling the live stream, but I am coming live twice a week. Yeah, that would be great. All right, next, that will be Priestess Shakti. So her inquiry is about the case. So would like to know if the next step of my case happening this week will be favorable and satisfactory for me. So let's have a look. Those are the cards. And give me a second. It will be both, but not to full extent. So it's not gonna go 100% in your favor, but enough so you can put it behind your back. And right when everything is over, okay, Princess Shakti, you will have the, I would say that way, the capacity to move on with your life and devote yourself to kind of like new perspective in that same life field that this case is. So this case will develop well enough, right, not to make you give up on developing your life in that life field. That is what those cards are saying, but they're definitely saying that things are not going to go 100% to your expectation, which is to be 100% favorable, I presume, and they will not going to contribute 100% to your agenda as well. So there is going to be something in it for the other side as well. That's for sure, at least according to these cards. But the biggest thing for you, Princess Shakti, is going to be done. It's going to be over, and you will be able to breathe again. And what follows next? I was about to draw you anyway, Princess Shakti. You're welcome. Yeah, it's oh, those are cards. Either a new home, new place that you're gonna be living in, right? A new domain that is gonna be delivered. I don't know what the case is all about, but you will gain, if even if you don't gain from the case itself, the conclusion of it is gonna be a huge win for you, and you're gonna acquire, you're gonna gain from just the fact that it is over. No, Rocky, I made you yours. I did yours. And yeah, you missed it. Now it's yours, Taco. I am about to do yours. Thank you, Priestess Shakti. Yeah, I can understand that, Taco. Oh yeah, poor you, right? Poor you. Well, just to brag a little bit, as we are on that topic, Taco, I had salmon rolls today. They were pretty tasty, very tasty actually, with some bruschetta, and I have devoured, my portion, and my girlfriend couldn't eat hers, so I devoured half of her as well, and half of her portion as well, and it's just I was so full at the end. I could barely kind of like get up from the couch. Yeah, I do too. All right, those are your cards. These are the tarot cards, okay? And those are the Lenormand cards. And what you need to know it is that next few days are gonna be very productive if you do work at home, and there is going to be some work delivered to your home for you to do. And this work, I don't know how exactly, but it's going to improve your health as well. Maybe through a, you know, mental workout, just you're gonna feel good when, you know, when you're doing work. And by taking on that work, what you need to know is it's going to be very demanding for what these cards are showing here. It will involve something like an obligation, something like a contract that you're going to get dependent to, and it will involve a lot of responsibilities that you need to take in, or that you need to live up to. But these responsibilities, and in generally the framework of this job, is going to be pretty much up to negotiation. So it's going to be important to negotiate your conditions well. And ultimately, this job will pay very well. And by the end, you will get just as much as you had worked for. So these are a few days in which you need to really roll up your sleeves, mate, and get hard to work, or rather like get back to work hard. Because like I said, it's going to pay very, very well. And it's going to be a concurrent job, by the way, for what we can see here. So once you do it well, that contractor or that person will always have you first choice whenever they do have something to be done from that nature of work again. So you're going to have a venue of sustainability, a venue of income. Don't miss it, at least according to these cards. I'm sorry, guys. So just don't miss it. And yeah, it's gonna be a busy days for you either way. There are a lot of stuff to do, and you can't afford to neglect neither of those things. So time management for you, Taco. Time management is gonna be very, very important. All right. So yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, you shouldn't slack, at least according to my cards. Oh, you will. At least according to these cards, Sako, you will. All right, guys. So this is gonna do it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and also thank you so much for your generosity. We're going to see each other Sunday. Actually, I'm struggling right now to pick up the topic for Sunday. I'm sure I'm going to figure something out. And until then, bye.